This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
As we go on the air at 4, a manhunt is underway for a convicted child sex offender. The inmate walked out of Mercy Hospital South this morning. He's been on the run ever since. Thanks for being here at 4. I'm Kay Quinn.
And I'm Brent Solomon. Local, state, and federal officers are all looking for 45-year-old Tommy Wayne Boyd, who escaped from the Potosi Correctional Facility. He was at that hospital for medical treatment. Our Justina Cornell joins us live from that hospital in South St. Louis County. Justina, where does that search stand right now?
Well, Brent and Kay, this has been a 12-hour search. Now, this all happened 4 this morning. Now, police obtained footage of Boyd walking through the hospital during that time. Now, just a few hours ago, we received the latest photo that police had gotten about from where Boyd was. He couldn't say where, but they said it was a selfie taken this morning after his escape. The Missouri Department of Corrections shared their protocols when offenders are transported to a hospital. We're told they're accompanied by 2 officers and restrained. And now they're investigating what happened in this specific case. 45-year-old Boyd is serving a 30-year sentence after he was convicted of sexually assaulting an 11-year-old boy in 1996. Now, today he was last seen wearing a black sweatshirt, black jacket, shorts, and orange slippers. While police tell us that he's dangerous, I asked if people should stay home.
I would say just do your normal practice, and we're in the area, and we'll make sure we're effective in our responses. I will assure you that we have the capacity with our federal, state, and local partners to continue this effort indefinitely.
Now, Lindbergh and Melville school districts have added extra precautions today during this investigation. Melville even canceled after-school activities during this time to make sure to do everything out of precaution. Now, but we also learned schools in South St. Louis City are doing the same, adding extra protocols to be safe. Now, police say if you happen to see the suspect, do not approach him. Immediately call police. Reporting live, Justina Cornell, 5 on your side.
The auto workers' strike hit the 1-week mark today. The union's unprecedented walkout against General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis started with the 2 sides far apart.
Yeah, in the past 48 hours, talks have resumed with the UAW meeting with Ford and GM Wednesday and Stellantis Thursday. But despite that seemingly positive development, there's a red line ahead and approaching quickly. Laura Geary has more on what that is and what it means.
If we have to strike more, close more, then we'll do that.
The United Auto Workers Union says their walkouts will expand if the nation's 3 largest automakers don't give them a better contract proposal by noon Friday.
I would like to see fair wages for everybody. I would say most of these employees probably live paycheck to paycheck.
Higher wages, 40% higher over 4 years, one of several union demands. The UAW is currently striking at 3 plants, representing each of the big 3 U.S. auto brands. But the threat of Friday's deadline is already having ripple effects. Stellantis, which is meeting with UAW leadership Thursday, is temporarily laying off some non-union workers at their Toledo, Ohio machining plant. GM and Ford are doing the same at some of their other facilities. Those on the picket lines know it's not just auto workers feeling the impact.
I would like to see us get back to work so those other suppliers get back to work and uplift this economy.
The strike fallout also hitting auto industry suppliers. U.S. Steel in Granite City, Illinois laid off several hundred workers this week.
I've had grown men crying in my office that don't know how they're going to provide for their families. It's very difficult. And I know it's business to them, but it's personal to us.
For now, those business talks continue as the deadline clock keeps ticking. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
In Wentzville, UAW members are walking the picket line for the 7th day. Morale is said to be high. Some union members feel there's good momentum going for them as they expect the strike to spread tomorrow. And members aren't surprised by the messaging coming from corporate. Union members say GM calls the company a family, but if they cared about families, they would pay their employees more. 5 on your side's Tracy Hinson has more from Wentzville coming up at 5.
A man is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries after police shot him. They say he also shot at them. Police were called to Rambler Drive in Afton last night. They were told there was an intoxicated man who refused to let the caller leave the house. St. Louis County Police say officers tried to talk to him, and then he raised 2 guns in both hands. Police say it's not clear who fired first. No officers were hurt.
Police say they know who stole an ambulance at St. Mary's Hospital in Richmond Heights this morning. The ambulance arrived at the hospital shortly after 5 a.m. As EMTs were bringing the patient in, police say a recently discharged patient stole their ambulance. It was tracked and recovered about 9 miles away near Dutchtown in St. Louis. Police identified a suspect. That person is not in custody. All right, don't let looks deceive you. It's been a pretty day, but we could still see some rain.
Yeah, that's right. We know that the St. Louis Symphony is performing at Forest Park tonight. Chief Meteorologist Scott Cotto now to tell us if the rain will join them.
Well, you know, there is that chance we'll see a shower, but not going to guarantee that it will or won't in Forest Park because it's that kind of setup across the area. It's very scattered. There'll be some additional development through the evening hours, especially since we're all in the low to mid 80s right now. You can look, the clouds down in Arnold right now kind of look a little threatening at times, but we don't have much around the metro area at this moment. That chance does linger, though, as we still have little bundles of energy moving across the region. You see some showers popping up around New Athens, and then you've had some rain over around Salem and up Interstate 57. That's trying to push over towards Flora. The overall pattern, well, we have that upper level disturbance to our north, but still little disturbances kind of rotating around that. So while we don't expect widespread rain tonight, there is that chance that some of us are going to see a shower, and that chance of a shower will continue into Friday. But for most of us, it's limited rain. And now we're pushing back the weekend rain chances to mostly on Sunday. We'll get into those weather details with your other first forecast in just a few minutes, Brent.
All right, Scott, stay close. For updates on weather in your area anytime, you can text the word weather to 314-425-5355.
Bad luck for Guns N' Roses fans. Busch Stadium announced today the concert has been canceled. The group initially postponed its show September 9th. Tickets bought through the St. Louis Cardinals and their website will be refunded. If tickets were bought somewhere else, the stadium suggests you contact that vendor. The band's next gig is Saturday in Kansas City, Missouri.